Howdy folks. Well, it has arrived today. As you can see, the box for the version 3 Big Rock Crew Cab from Arrma. And I have not opened the box yet. It's not going to be a real unboxing because all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the box open, show you what's in it, and then I'm going to take it out off camera, set it all up, so you're not going to see it. I'm not going to go through all that stuff that you see in all the other unboxings. I'm just going to pop it open. Oh, there it is. I have been looking forward to this. I've always liked the Big Rock. Never bought one because of the stability issues. Never really liked how it cornered on videos that I saw. Never owned one, so don't have first-hand experience. But with the wider A-arms, the rubber shielded bearings, I believe it's got new tires on it from before. Obviously, everyone's excited because the shocks are fixed. I'm hoping when I open this I won't find any leakers. It's got the new Spectrum motor in it. Lots of new stuff on this, and I wanted this one because Arrma made the most changes on this particular truck. So, looking forward to it. So I'm going to get it out of the box. I'm not sure how far this video is going to go. Probably won't have any running videos because I don't want to make it too long. I will do that afterwards. I'll do 2S and 3S. Just out in my street the way that I normally do it. But let me get this out of the box and we'll have a closer look. Alright, got it all out of the box. And of course we have the new Spectrum SLT3. It's like a basic radio, but supposedly it's supposed to be a big improvement. Probably for the first couple of runs I will use this radio, but I do have a DX5C, and that will be used on this truck. Obviously we get the typical book and a bunch of spare parts and shock spacers and things like that. I won't go through that. But I did wait to peel this plastic off. There's the new wheelie bar, and there was no shock oil inside the box. All the shocks look real good, and let's pull these off. And you're getting a first look at it just like myself. It is wide, that's for sure. Before I put the body down, get a close look at it. Matte black, all black inside too. This is going to get some shoe goo and drywall tape treatment. I will end up doing that to it. Yeah, got the new Spectrum motor, 100 amp ESC. IC5 connector. Yep, just like the Senton. I had a Senton. I ended up getting rid of the Senton. I also got rid of a 6S Typhon as well. And over here on the shelf, let's see. I have a Creighton 4S. Love that truck. That truck is outstanding. And then I have another truck over here, and this is kind of a hybrid, bunch of different parts. It's actually the chassis is a long wheelbase, but I just stuck the granite body on it. So I am familiar with the platform, and I got some plans for it. Underneath, there is going to be a cutout right here. Even though they say they improved the motor mount to prevent, dirt and stuff getting in there, there's going to be a cutout right here. Going to be one of the first things that I do. to relieve the area right around the spur gear to let all that stuff pop out of there, so you don't get all that dirt and everything just grinding away at your gears. I've had great luck on all my trucks with this platform doing that. The 4S Creighton has it, the other one on the bench has it. So anyway, that is the version 3 Big Rock Crew Cab. Looking forward to getting some batteries charged, doing a couple of things to it, and getting this thing out for a run. So really soon we'll have a couple of test runs, 2S and 3S. So stay tuned, and they'll probably come as separate videos, so look out for those, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Alright, a little bit bonus footage here. I took the motor module out, and it did come out really easily. Matter of fact, when this was in here, when you pull up these tabs, I was able to actually pull the whole thing out with my hand, which is about the first time that that's ever happened for me. So they did make some kind of an improvement. Down here on the bottom of the chassis, I see there's some reliefs cut in the bottom of the chassis here. So the bottom of these rails on the motor mount have some place to slide, and then they slide right in there. It did slide really well. So I was happy to see that. The other thing that I'm doing as well is I am checking the mesh to see how it came out of the box. And you know what? There's just a slight little wobble. And obviously my finger is exacerbating the amount of movement that I have. But I can feel it rocking a little bit in there, so I'm going to leave that alone because that seems really good. I was afraid it was going to be too tight. I didn't want it to be too tight. So that's good. I'm seeing rubber shielded bearings everywhere. Every place I look, there's rubber shielded bearings. Over here we have the high-speed drive shaft bearing. That is not rubber shielded. That is a steel shield. That's a regular type of bearing. But this bearing on this side over here, this does have a rubber shielding in it. So now the other thing I'm going to do is, see this little piece right here? I'm going to take that right out. This piece, hopefully that wasn't too close to the camera. We're going to put this back in here. Okay. This piece right here, I have had trouble with this in my other cars, whereas it gets in there and the end of this is actually pushing against the shield of the bearing that's in there, and it destroys the shield of the bearing. And so you know what? I take that, I'm going to pop it right over there, and it is never going to go back in here again. All of my other cars have that, have it this way, and I will not use that black plastic piece. Leave that in there. Next thing I'm going to check the slipper, and just going to tighten it down and maybe back it off a turn or so, and we're going to leave it there, or just see where it is. And then of course the last thing that I'm going to do in this area is I'm going to cut a notch right down in here, right underneath the spur gear, to expose it, to allow anything that gets in here to have a way to escape out of there, because this is not a steel spur. That is a composite spur right there. And I'll tell you, any kind of sand, and especially Florida sand down here, anything that gets in there like that, that is going to chew that to death in no time. So relief hole will be cut on there. But anyway, I wanted to show you that. I did try to take one of the tires off, and I actually had to dig in my tools. As you can see, that wheel nut is way down in there. It's a 7mm wheel nut, but I'll tell you, unless you have the proper socket, might even have a nut driver that's that big, you're gonna have a problem getting those in and out of there. I've already put aside the socket that I'm gonna need to get that out of there, and it fits really tight in there. So it's not something you're going to get a hold of with needle nose pliers or anything like that. You're going to have the proper tool. And of course they give you this red tool, and you know what, that's going to last exactly once. taking those tires on and off of there, and then that is going to be no good because it's nothing but soft plastic, and the flats on the end of that that helps you take the tires off, they're going to be completely rounded off. So beware of that. You're going to need something 7mm to get way down inside to take those tires off if you ever have the need. And the tires are vented. Where's the holes? There's one right there. And if I push on it, I can hear the air coming out of it. Sorry if this is a little bit blurry. I'm trying not to get the camera too close. And then, yep, there's another one right there. And I can actually see the foam down inside the tire on that one. So, anyways, I might have a little bit more to show you before this video is over, but thanks for watching. Alright, one last little tidbit here for you. I did get the notch cut. You can see it right here. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to open up that area to allow any sand that gets in there to drop out while it's running. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 of these cars in the past, and I have done all of this to it. And my spur gears and my pinion gears last a really, really long time by doing this. Like I said, it doesn't have to be pretty, just has to be opened up enough to allow all the sand that might get in there a way to escape and get out of there. And all I used, just a Dremel tool with a small bit on here, and just slowly work at it. Make sure you keep it centered, so that the spur gear has plenty of area there to allow debris to drop out. The only other thing that I'm going to have to do is, I thought I had an adapter, but I don't. I'm going to have to solder a XT90 on here before I can run. All of my batteries have XT90s, and I thought I had an adapter somewhere, but I can't seem to find it. So that's no problem. I'll just solder on another connection, and we'll be ready to go. So appreciate you watching. Look out for the other videos with 2S and 3S running, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Okay, one more thing and then we'll be done. Putting an XT90 connector on here. And I do want to tell you, I'm not seeing any markings up here at all, what's positive and negative. So make sure when you do these, you do them one at a time. Okay? The IC5, that's the positive side. The flat side is positive. The round side is negative. So do one at a time, and you'll be safe. But just don't take them off and then get them all mixed up. You won't know which one is which, and then you'll certainly fry the ESC. But this little black thing on here, this is just a holder for the pins to make sure the pins stay nice and straight while I'm soldering them. And I have some shrink wrap right there, and I am going to pull that shrink wrap up into here and then shrink that, and then that plug will be all done. And we'll be ready to get some runs on this. So again, thanks for watching. Keep a lookout for 2S run and 3S run. I might combine it together under one video. We'll see how long it is. But again, thanks for watching, and be careful of your positive and negative when you're changing the connector if you have to. All right, take care.